Giving honest feedback is one of the hardest things a man can do well. Especially when it involves telling someone something they don't want to hear. But leadership, respect, and clear communication all depend on your ability to say difficult things in a way that still builds trust. One tool that helps, when used right, is the classic structure: compliment, criticism, compliment. Simple in theory, often misused in practice. Because when it's fake, people see right through it. But when it's done with clarity, respect, and intention, it can deliver even hard truths in a way that people accept, absorb, and act on. Let's start with why this method works. People don't just respond to what you say, they respond to how they feel when you say it. If they feel judged, cornered, or attacked, their mind shuts down. They get defensive. They focus on protecting their ego instead of hearing your point. But when you show them up front that you see the good in them, that you're not reducing them to one mistake, they're more open to listening. Because they trust that your feedback isn't an attack. It's a correction, not a condemnation. Now here's the part most people get wrong: the compliments have to be real. Specific. Grounded. Not just vague fluff like "you're great" or "you're doing fine." A fake compliment feels like setup, and people can smell that. So if you're going to use this structure, your praise has to be as honest and grounded as your correction. Let's walk through an example. Let's say someone on your team has been inconsistent with deadlines, but otherwise delivers good quality. You might say, "Listen, I appreciate how thorough you are with your work. When you deliver something, it's clean, thought through, and solid. That shows me that you care. Now, what we need to work on is consistency. When the deadlines slip, even by a day, it creates friction in the whole team. It throws off everything downstream. I know you're capable of hitting those timelines, we've seen it before. If you keep the same quality and tighten the consistency, I think you'll stand out even more." That's the full structure: start with something solid, real, and earned. Deliver the issue directly, with clarity, not blame. Then close with belief in their ability, and a reminder of their value. It doesn't soften the point, it stabilizes it. You've given them something to hold on to while they absorb the correction. This structure isn't about being nice. It's about creating enough psychological safety that your message actually lands. And when people feel respected, they respond with more maturity. That's how you raise the level in any environment, without micromanaging, without drama, without resentment. Now let's be clear, this method doesn't mean you can't be firm. You can still say exactly what's not working. The compliment doesn't cancel the correction, it frames it. It says, "I see you. I value you. And because of that, I'm not letting this slide." That's leadership. The key is tone. Stay calm. Stay neutral. Don't sound like you're walking on eggshells. Deliver both the praise and the correction like you're stating facts, not opinions. That steadiness builds authority. It tells the other person, "I'm not attacking. I'm not emotional. I'm just being real." Another example. Imagine you're talking to a friend who's been unreliable lately, always canceling last minute. You might say, "Man, you've always been someone I trust to be real with. You say things how they are, and that's one of the reasons I value this friendship. That's why I have to tell you, I've noticed you've bailed on plans a few times last minute. It's not a deal breaker, but it's hard to plan around that. And it makes me question if you're still invested in this. I know things get busy, but I'd rather you tell me straight if you're not feeling something, than pull out last second. You're a solid guy. That's why I'm bringing this to you direct." Notice the tone. Respectful. Clear? Not over-apologizing. Not softening. Just honest, but balanced. You're not begging for change, you're offering truth. And that earns respect. Now let's talk about delivery. In real time, keep this structure tight. Don't turn the first compliment into a speech. 1 or 2 clear sentences are enough. Then move into the issue. Don't hover. Don't talk in circles. Say it straight. Then end with encouragement, not sugarcoating, but belief. The goal is to be remembered as clear and fair, not someone who avoided the point. And yes, there are moments when the issue is too serious for this structure. If there's a pattern of disrespect or a line has been crossed, you lead with the problem. But for most feedback, especially with people you want to keep growing and connected, the compliment criticism compliment model works. Not because it hides the problem, but because it delivers it without breaking the relationship. Let's make it even more actionable. 1. Prepare the compliments. Before any serious talk, write down 1 or 2 real strengths that person brings. This keeps your message balanced, and makes you a better observer of people in general. 2. Focus on the behavior, not the personality. Don't say, "You're lazy." Say, "You've missed 3 deadlines this month." That precision helps them adjust, without feeling personally attacked. 3. Watch your facial expression. Stay neutral, not overly serious or emotionally intense. Keep your tone calm, your posture relaxed. That tells the other person, this is important, but it's not an attack. 4. Don't expect praise in return. This isn't a trade. This is clarity. Say what needs to be said, and let it stand. 5. Follow up. If you gave someone that kind of feedback, check in a week or 2 later. Briefly? Just to reinforce your standard and show you're consistent. That turns a conversation into culture. Finally, remember, men who give strong feedback don't have to be loud or cold. They just have to be clear. And men who can deliver difficult truths inside a frame of honest respect, those are the men people trust, follow, and remember. So the next time you've got something to say that might land hard, don't avoid it. Use the method. Say what's working. Say what's off. Say why you still believe in them. Simple. Solid. Effective.